Good morning, class, or good afternoon. Happy Monday. So today we're talking about unit rate as slope. You thought that you were done with unit rate and slope. You were not. Slope is always with you. Okay, unit rate I talked to you a little bit about, and you should have learned this in 6th grade what unit rate was about. But to refresh your memory, unit rate is basically a ratio, okay? It's a ratio between two quantities. But the important thing is the denominator is always 1. That's why it's called unit. Unit in math means 1. Okay, denominator is 1. Always 1. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, you see unit rate a lot in stores, okay? Like this right here. 1.08 per 1 pound for a bag of rice. You see it a lot in stores. Like you'll see like 99 cents for a pound of apples, right? You see that a lot. It tells you how much it is for one thing. The denominator is always 1, okay? So that is unit rate. Denominator is always 1. How much do you, like for example, I drive 65 miles per 1 hour. Here's the quantity between two things, miles an hour, and the denominator is always 1. Good? Okay. Okay, today we're talking about a cups of milk to scoops of chocolate. So if you look at my table, 8 scoops of chocolate takes 2 cups of milk. 3 cups of milk, I need 12 scoops of chocolate. 4 cups of milk, I need 16 scoops of chocolate, and so forth, right? So I'm thinking, first thing I want to think is, since you know the slope already, let's see what the slope is. Okay? So slope is plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. The change over y over change in x is 4 over 1. Okay? That is my slope. If you can see, that is also my unit rate, because it has the 1 in the denominator, right? So what are we talking about? 4 what to 1 what? We have to be specific. So 4 is a change in y, so the y-axis is this guy. So 4 scoops of chocolate to 1 cup of milk. It's that easy, right? It's also the unit rate. So this is also the unit rate, which is also the slope. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so I'm thinking to myself, is this proportional? Let's graph it and see. All right, the first one is the 0.28, so I'm going to mark 2.8 right there. Let's go darker. 2.8 right there. And then we have 3.12, which is right there. 4.16, which is right there. 5.20, which is right there. And then we know that 1.4 is our next one. And then if we move back one more, we get 0.0. Yes, that's proportional. And if we went further to write the equation, it would be y equals 4x. Because this is my slope, 4 over 1.
From 1
plus 0. Does that make sense? All right, so we can say our slope is also our unit rate. We see our unit rate as our slope. Good? And I forgot one thing. If you even look at our graph, rise over run, you rise 4 and you run once. You rise 4, you run once. Rise 4, run once. Our slope is 4 over 1, which is also our unit rate. Okay, they're all connected together. I'm just going to give you the graph. If you look at it, the graph tells the whole story, right? So I have candy and number of pounds and cost in dollars. Let's check it out. Let's check out what the slope is by looking at the graph, rise over run, right? So let's do it here. I'm going to rise 3, if you look at the intervals by 3, and run once. My interval is by 1, right? So 1, 2, 3, and my interval, my y-axis, is by 3s. So my slope is 3 over 1. That is also my unit rate. Look, guys, my unit rate, right? It's $3 to 1 pound of candy. $3 because of my change in y over change in x. And it is proportional because if I continue it, I hit the origin. So it's also proportional. I can rewrite that as y equals 3x. X representing the number of pounds, and y presenting my dollars. It makes sense, right? Let me give you one to do for homework, or try it, and then adios. Here is your try it. What I want you to do is first, I want you to tell me the slope, and then tell me the unit rate, and then tell me if it's proportional or not. And if it is, or if it isn't, write me the slope-intercept form of that line. Okay? I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, the new Korean word for today is 왜, which means why in Korean. 왜, which means why. Okay, 안녕!